Shalom, it is Fallen Yeshua. Welcome again to the Rock. In today's time, we were sitting out. In today's time, today we were sitting outside and we were working and we're building a grow house, seed starting house. So we don't have uh, our countertops in our house full of trays of seed starts. So we built separate, a separate, smaller greenhouse, probably a 5 by 10, 5 by 12, with uh, shelves that we can grow seeds. We can get our seed starts in there. It's enclosed, it's warm, so it'll be easier to get the hundreds and of starts going, and we have 10, 15 trays at a time sometimes. We were in there and working on it. It was so quiet, and it's you. I mean, it's always quiet out here, but uh, Sister Ebby made a comment and said, "Man, it's so peaceful," because literally all we could hear were the birds, the drill, the saw, and the children. That's all we heard. It was just quiet and peaceful, and that's one of those things you take for granted: the calm, the peace. And because in this life you're always trying to impress somebody else. We live in an environment of social media influencers where everyone influences you, and you feel that you'll be happy if you live somebody else's life or if you have what they have. Instead of being content with the things that Yah has given you, instead of being wise and understanding, that if you sow good seed, you'll reap good seed. If you sow, you know, mess, it'll grow. For those that have lived this agricultural lifestyle, you understand that. Whatever you put in that ground will likely grow, whether it be a weed or whether it be a food or whatever it may be, it's going to grow. And a lot of people sow misery. They sow discontentment, they sow anger, they sow frustration. And that seems to be what the majority of life is. People aren't sowing to um, contentment. And they'll even sow to happiness. And they don't understand that happiness is fleeting. Happiness is here, then it's gone. It's a very rudimentary, very basic feeling. But contentment, I mean, the Bible talks about contentment. It's much gain. To be content with what Yah's given you. And I think because a lot of people, they don't, no, he's fine. Because a lot of people don't go after contentment and they're always pursuing happiness, they're always miserable. And then they find themselves sowing the misery because that's all they know. They don't understand what it is to be content. It is a very content feeling to grow your food. It's a very content feeling to simplify your lifestyle to a lifestyle that's not about impressing others or trying to, get others to approve of your life. But when you get to a point where your family's happy, your children are happy, and I'm talking about happiness as in what the world considers happiness, that pursuit of happiness. I'm talking about the happiness that is real, the real happiness, the real peace. People talk about, it's funny. People all over the place, shalom, 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 and yet these people have no shalom to give you. They'll tell you shalom, peace be to you, but they have none. They have none. In a world where you could have it, it would require you to sacrifice a lot of things. It would require you to change the way you think. But the reality is most people love misery. They love discontentment. They're not willing to sacrifice convenience for the investment. You're sacrificing the convenience for the opportunity to have peace. And then it leads to us never being quote unquote happy. And it leads to us, doubting Yah and questioning Yah and frustrated with Yah. And then it leads to fakeness because now we post about how blessed and happy we are when we're miserable and not blessed. And then we learn to live with misery and call it a blessing. And then it just spirals out of control. It literally spirals out of control where you're calling everything that is bad good and all the things that are good, you don't even know what they are. What does the Bible say? As for my people, they are wise to do evil, but to do good, they can't even find it. I know this is coming off as kind of a rant, but as I am pursuing those things that first please my Yah, and second, that edify my family, that care for my family, show them that I love them, show them that I am thankful for them, you find a great contentment. When you don't find yourself trying to make everybody else in the world happy, like, or you're not looking for your happiness, from a president or from a pastor, from somebody else, but you look to Yah, you become very content. And I hope that, especially as we are coming to some very interesting and it could be downright dangerous times. You know, you want to be as stable as you possibly can be, especially in the mind. And there's a lot of people that will claim stability of the mind, but they are not stable. One thing that I have learned is social media has opened up the avenue for people to give the perception that they are happy and joyful, but they're miserable. And they're constantly reaping what they have sown, and they don't know how to sow good seed. Their life is solely about pleasing everybody else on the internet to get as many likes and on their Facebook and likes in their life and social media, and yet they themselves are miserable. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Ask yourself, who are the people that you want to move on in this life with? Who are the people that really matter? Many of you will find yourself trying to please people that really don't matter. You'll find yourself trying to get thumbs up from people that really don't matter. You'll go and spend thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy a home to impress people that really don't matter. To impress a friend or a family member that, and I'm talking your extended family, that really doesn't matter. I'm gonna try to get myself a woman by living this extravagant life, and at the end of the day, what ends up happening is your extravagant life ends up being her extravagant life. Once she marries you, has a couple children, and then divorces you, and now everything you have is hers. When if you pursued the life that Yah had for you and were content, you might actually find somebody that's content with you, or people that are content with you. Stop pursuing this empty happiness that quickly turns to misery when you have a bad day. That's it's empty. It's vain. And I just truly hope that as these times continue to fall, as the economy falls, and as we're watching, so many weird things take place, that you find a place of contentment. Because when you find that place of contentment, you can truly be happy and thankful. Yeah, you can. You can truly be joyful. You can appreciate the peace when you have it. And you notice the peace when you have it. A lot of people today don't even notice that peace. They're so used to all the background noise that when they have peace, it doesn't even feel like peace. It feels uneasy. That's all I got. Just a little word. So sitting there chilling, you know, finishing our night and planning what we're gonna get done tomorrow. And contentment took over, and I mean, I was just, literally at shalom. So bless y'all. Hope you had a blessed day. Blessings and honor to you and your house. Shalom.